About time.
Welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show, and I'm pleased to have in studio Arthur Piubeni, who is with Essential Park City, which is a new magazine that's just coming out here pretty quickly, and in fact, this next month. Right?
Yeah, actually, our published date is June 15th.
Awesome.
Or on the ground date, I should say.
Well, welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm pretty excited to talk about it. Now, I have in my hand Essential Aspen.
Right.
Which I'm not going to say it's similar because, well, I should say similar might be the right word, but there's a little bit of a difference here between these two.
Yeah, the concept for Essential will remain the same in all of the markets that we actually are going to be in as we continue to grow. But each publication is what I call regionally autonomous. So each publication really reflects the community in the magazine. So there'll be similarities in our design process and the vision and the quality of the publication, but each one will be radically different because the markets are so completely different.
Indeed.
You know?
Well, and you kind of alluded to that in just a second ago there when you said this, but Aspen is probably the most difficult place to do what you just suggested. Yeah. Talking about local businesses, because there are many local businesses in Aspen, right?
There, you know, it's Aspen's evolving a lot, like all resort markets tend to do. But Aspen has always been extremely exclusive, and as we've continued to grow and we've had more and more of the national brands coming into the market, it has made it much more difficult for the small business owners to be successful.
Which is why they need an opportunity.
And that's actually why we actually came up with this concept, was to give local small business owners a venue where they could actually reach their clients and tell their stories without having to compete with people that you can't compete with. You know, so that was really the initial concept behind Essential, was to build a community-based publication to support local business owners and to tell their stories, and that's what we've done. And that's what's so exciting about Park City, because Park City is so vibrant right now, and there's such a great diversity here of small business owners. You still have the fun, quirky stuff that kind of is tending to phase out in Aspen just because of the economic reality.
Indeed.
So,
well, that kind of speaks to the name a little bit. Essential. Now, some people, especially marketing companies for big, for these big national firms, would take a different take on what essential is.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
What essential is to you and me, and to the people that you're putting this magazine together for, is what it is. Where are we going to eat today? Where are we going to go? Right. What are some of the things that we're going to do? Right. That's what it's all about. It's essential in that more basic sense.
Right, and that we do separation pages, for instance, in each one of the magazines that are little brief editorials, and we call them Eat, Sleep, Dwell,
That
Vision.
is basic.
But that is it. What's essential? Well, like I said earlier to you, our concept is, if you close your eyes, what's essential to your experience while you're here in the community, whether as a visitor or as a second homeowner. And it really does come down to, where are we going to eat, where are we going to sleep, what are we going to do. One of the nice things that we've been able to do is we give away 7 pages in each issue to various nonprofits in each community to support their calendar of events for each season.
That's
so in Park City, we've got the National Ability Center, we've got your museum, which, by the way, is the coolest museum I've ever seen in a resort town. Kimball Arts Center, we're supporting the radio station, but that's our way of trying to give back to the community, in a way that they can get a tangible result for them, because nonprofits are always trying to get the word out, but they don't have a lot of budget to do it.
Well, and somebody who's grounded in this would be you, because you've done this very job that I've done at Aspen, and you're all about trying to bring on the nonprofit and help them out, and that's what we do here too.
For sure. And that's why it's such a nice fit for PCTV and Essential.
That is really cool, because that's
a lot of fun.
Getting those, getting that messaging out and helping out those local businesses succeed, and certainly the nonprofit side, so important to the overall health of the community.
Oh, for sure. And like I said, I really like Park City because I love the energy here. I love the vibrancy. I love the fact that you still maintain the small town character, even with all of the changes that are occurring in the market. It's still very much community driven, community centered. centered, and that's why I thought Essential would be such a good fit. And you know, we're a little bit exclusive in the exposure because we don't want to become an encyclopedia. Right. You know, we want to make sure everybody gets an opportunity to have a good exposure in the publication, either through placement or some editorial help, etc. But keep it really clean and really elegant and really classy.
Well, that's the one thing we described right out of the gate was this is something that you would want to have on your table.
Yeah,
it has that. You know, it's not like you said. It's not a steak on the front.
No,
it's a nice. You get a nice aspen leaf.
It's a platinum aspen leaf.
Well, exactly.
Back in the day,
look to it.
Yeah, well, and back in the day, one of the most common things to take home from any trip was local media.
Oh, absolutely.
So that you could, you know, it's a conversation.
Cut out a couple things, maybe put them in your photo album.
Yeah, well, it's
right?
a conversation piece when you get back to where you came from. So I wanted to be able to travel.
Yeah. Well, we only have just another moment left, so I wanted to ask you to tell me some of the people you're highlighting featuring this next week in quick order.
In the summer edition, we're doing a really neat story on Bill White Restaurant Group. We're doing River Horse. We're doing a story on Ken Whipple from Park City Jewelers.
It's always fun.
Which has been here 20 plus years. One of my favorites is we're doing a story on Rayette from Southwest Indian Traders, which I think is one of the funnest stores in town. It's like being a little kid back in the day and going to the drugstore. You just never knew what you were going to find.
Right.
And every time I go into Ray's store, I'm like, wow, there's just so much here. It's just fun just to walk around, you know. So it's a great story. We got a couple other surprise editorials. We're doing a little story on Michael Fatali, who's obviously become probably the preeminent landscape photographer in Utah. So the first issue is going to be really surprising. Our cover is a little tongue-in-cheek. I'm not letting it out because I want people just to be like, I can't believe those guys did that. And but I think we've got it. It's only taken me 3 weeks, so
I can't believe that Arthur did do that. Thanks for coming and sharing. This is awesome. Pleasure. We're looking forward to Essential Park City.
Thanks so much.
All right, we'll be back with more, including a check it out video. That's happening right after this quick break.